and we will call this as a main ledger. You remember, or you want me to again brush up the discussion what we had?
No, I remember most of the things. Is just I think you had a session yesterday.
Yeah.
Can you just highlight a bit what you thought?
Yeah. Actually, what we have done is after that I just given a brief introduction. Actually, whatever I told you, right? It is GL is the main ledger which is integrated with other modules. Okay. Like accounts payable, accounts receivable, whatever we discussed is the same thing. That we covered as a part of introduction. Like whatever, and we discussed certain things on Chartfields and chart of accounts that we will cover now. Okay. GL in the general ledger, whatever entry that you are doing is called the journal. Okay. And whatever entry that you do in the subledger is called accounting entry. Okay. So for that reason, the integration should be there between the other module subledgers to the main ledger. Okay. So for doing that one, we need to do the first design in the GL level. After that only we can make use of those configurations in the that same design. We will call it as a design. The same can be utilized in your accounting entry level also. We will call them as a chart field that we discussed right last time. We will call them as a chart field. Okay. So there are some configurations which are in common. I showed you last time in our application. These are all the common set of configurations which we will be doing, which can be shared across different products. We will be calling the module as a product. Okay. So we can, whatever configurations that we do here, that can be shared across multiple products, that is multiple modules. Okay. And whatever configurations that you are doing here, that in the product related, that is specific to the product or specific to the module. Okay. And in Peoplesoft, any kind of transaction that you will be able to record with respect to the business unit. So business unit related configuration we need to do from this navigation, business unit level. So each and every module needs to be configured. One BU is required for each and every module. Okay. So like that we will do entire configuration from this particular navigation. Main menu, setup and financials. We'll navigate from the starting point. So this is how the main menu will look like, and this is all the custom things that we can put it on your menu screen. That is the main body of the screen. And here you will be navigating main menu, and setup and financials is the navigation. Setup financials and supply chain, and here common definition. Okay. So in the common definitions, there is one configuration we need to discuss about. We will call this as a setup or configuration. Both are same. Okay. Setup or configuration. Anything you can name it. And in configurations, common configurations, the first thing is chart of accounts. Okay. Okay. The first thing is chart of accounts. Chart of accounts, I think you know it. The combination of multiple reporting attributes will put together is called as chart of accounts. Correct? Those attributes that will form as a chart of account sheet is called chart fields in Peoplesoft. In Peoplesoft, we will call it as a chart field. Okay. So the combination of these multiple chart fields we will call as a chart of account, and this is the place where we are going to define the chart fields. Okay. These chart fields, actually, there are multiple chart fields Peoplesoft has been given. Depending upon your business condition, you will be choosing the chart fields here. So these are all the main chart fields: operating unit, fund code, department, account code, and program code, alternate account, class field, budget reference. These are all some of the important chart fields that normally many organizations will utilize 5 to 6 among these things. And chart field 1, chart field 2 are the open chart fields which can be provided to the customer, so that if they want to extend tomorrow, they can extend these chart fields by relabeling it. Okay, so these are all the multiple chart fields available for us, and I would like you to understand. Okay, there is one navigation. Even though we call it as an operating unit, department and fund code, program code on a delivered level, But organizations sometimes may demand that, okay, my reporting structure is like country, continent, such kind of things I want. My company is a multinational company where the operations are there in multiple countries and multiple continents, and each and every country is having different variety of the products. So like that, my highest reporting structure should look like. So then you need to relabel these chart fields in that manner. Okay. So for that reason, this navigation has been provided. You need to come into the same design chart fields navigation only. In that configure, earlier we went into the define values. Now we need to come into the configure here, standard configuration. Okay. In the standard configuration, you have an option to relabel. Okay. You can relabel this. Okay. This value you can relabel. You can also provide the length of the how many characters you want here. Either alpha, 10, 8. Normally department will be roughly 10, and the account code normally you will use 6 to 7 digits. You can put the maximum length as 10 here.
So if I'm getting it right, that every department has their own chart field, and then there is a master chart of accounts on top of that?
The second statement is correct. You have chart of accounts on top of everything, but every department will not have a special chart field. Okay. Chart fields are the attributes of the chart of accounts. For example, I will tell you, I have an organization set up in India. Okay. That is, for example, I am a manufacturing of some motorcycle manufacturer. I have an operation in India, and I am doing the sales across the world. Okay. Suzuki manufacturing. Okay. Then I wanted to know, as a CEO or CFO of the organization who is the decision maker, I would like to know what is my sales at each and every continent. Okay. And next, I would like to know which country is doing better. Then I want the country level breakup. Then later, in the same country, which region, which product is doing well. In each and every product, which models are doing well. So like that, when I want to know like this, then I will relabel these components. Then department is something lower to the chart of account, and department is straightforward a operational unit, like how you are working. You have a work experience, right? In finance that you are already working. Finance is one of the departments in the branch office. That is different. Okay. So that is something which comes lower to the entire set of the chart field, if that is the place of it. Okay. In our example, if something is like if you want to create your chart fields in such a way where operational unit and department plays a dominant role, then these two will sit in the sequential hierarchy as 1 and 2. So that you can say that in US this department, and in this department this is the program which is there. Like that you can say. If for example IT is one of the department which is having multiple programs. Okay. So department will sit as the highest thing, which is my department cost. In that department, this program is attracting more cost. In the again this program, these are all the projects which are there. Like that, we need to create a sequential hierarchy depending upon how your reporting structure is required at the GL level.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the list we need to make, and here we need to give the sequence. Here we need to provide the sequence in the same order. Okay. And here we need to relabel, and this is the display length setting area. And here we have an option to activate and inactivate. In delivered, we are having more than 20 chart fields are being given, and every version, each and every version release, you will get 1 or 2 chart fields additional depending upon the industry requirement. Okay. So in that case, then you will not be using all the chart fields. Then you can actually select that. For example, I wanted to activate this one chart field. I will click this and I will say activate. So this will get activated. I can relabel to the thing I want. Okay. So I will relabel this, and I will give the maximum length what is required. And after that, I need to run this configuration process. Then only all this configuration is effective and it will be carried to the distribution line. Entire financial suite will be updated with this process after clicking this configure button. Then only the changes will get applied. Okay. If I wanted to inactivate, for example, if I wanted to inactivate this product, I will click it and I will say inactivate. So it will get inactive and it will come here, inactivated. So, but if the effect of this you will see only when you click the configure button. It will actually invoke a process and that will actually update the entire financial system for the SSCM record. Okay, and you have one more navigation same with this function that is called advanced configuration, where you can see more features than this one. Okay, here not only activate, inactivate, you can also do delete here, and you can also add a new chart field. This last one came like that only. Okay. You can add a new chart field here so that it will come into the sequential list. Okay. And here actually, before doing that one, you can just check all these are active, right? You can just click review button. So this is what it looks like, because you made all these things as active.
Okay.
Whenever you are creating any transaction, you have an option to select all these things. So you can distribute your transaction information to the operating unit level, to the department level, and to the program level, and to the class level, and to the product level. Like this you can distribute. Okay. So this is how the configuration, advanced configuration and standard configuration will help you to manipulate your chart of account. Okay? This is the main navigation we need to take down. Okay? As a functional consultant, we need to do it. Okay? And coming to defined values, I would like to explain in detail what is meant by each and every chart field will look at. Okay? Now we have decided we have manipulated certain things and we decided to configure these chart fields, for example. I will come to this operating unit. Okay, and this is the page it will look like. Okay, there will be two navigation. There will be two pages. One is find an existing value, and the other one is add a new value. Okay. So, for example, if I am creating operating unit for the first time, I need to come here. I need to provide the value. Okay. I need to provide the value and say yes. Here, you will be having the effective date, effective status, and the description, short description of it. If you have any long description, you can do it. The 9.2 contains these as a new features. As here only 4. This is not mandatory. If you want, you can utilize that. Okay. So this one normally, all the delivered will come with 11-1900, and whatever you are configuring, that is up to you which effective date it should be. So that, for example, if I put anything with 13, today, current day is reflecting here. If I created any operating unit with today's date, and I wanted to create a transaction in yesterday's date, it will not take the test one, because the effective date of this is current day. Okay? Or else you can create in advance also. You can create in advance this configuration. For example, if I can create 03/01/2015, my assumption is from March 1st onwards, this operating unit should be effective. Then in that case, any transaction in the February will not show this operating unit in the lookup button. Okay, I will tell you how it will be. Okay, and this is the operating unit configuration. Now I want to see whatever operating unit which are already created. Then this is the page which will help us to navigate to the operating unit that we have created. Okay, so this is already created. So Belgium is the one, or else New York is the one which is already created. So it says the effective date is, so all the delivered things you can observe with 1900 as the effective date for the identification. Oracle, Peoplesoft Corporation, Oracle Corporation says that you maintain 1900 for the delivered and 1901 for the implementation conversion. And later part on the maintenance level, whenever you get a new configuration, you do it on the same effective date. Okay, that will be easy for you to understand what is delivered configuration, what is the implementation configuration, and what are all the ongoing configurations. So this is the fundamentals that functional people will follow. Okay. So this is the active status. If the company feels okay, I don't want to use this operating unit, it should not be eligible for any kind of transaction. By mistake, any user selects this one, it should not allow. Then you can make it as an inactive. Okay. So how you do it? You cannot do directly like this. You should go to the correct history and then do it. You should come here and say inactive and then save it. Okay, now it is an inactive. It is the operating unit which is there. It is inactive because the standard says that you should not delete any kind of configuration. You should only inactive and active. Okay. For example, the description of this operating unit got changed from New York to some other name. Then you have an option to do plus button and then give new effective date and change the description and maintain that one, so that the track will be maintained here. Okay. So I am doing this one and again coming to the New York. So I thought by mistake I have done this one. Okay. So I will go back and again come to this New York. Okay. Here I will try to activate this one. It says cannot change the correct or history records unless in the correction mode. So this correction mode will be activated only then if you click this here. Okay. So and then save it. Okay. Normally, many of the Peoplesoft pages will show the latest effective date information. If I have 10-15 records here, it will show the latest effective date information. Many of the pages will do like that. In that case, Peoplesoft has delivered the include history option. In each and every page, you can see the include history along with the search button, so that you can see the history of the already previous record. So for that reason, these two buttons are activated. And you know what is this update. As the label says, it is update. You can update the update or display. It will be useful for update or display the existing record. And add means add a new value. If I click this, it will go to this page. Add a new value page. Okay. So like that, this operating unit, it is a standalone chart field. Either you can, if your organization contains something called operating unit, you can use same label. If you feel like no, my organization not have. In our previous example, what we thought of is my company is a motorcycle manufacturing company. I don't have any operational unit. I feel my continent is the supreme reporting and country is inside the continent. Later part inside the country, if I feel different business units are there, I can say business unit. Or if different products are there, I can say product. If some other things are there, I can do like this. So operating unit is not there, then I will go ahead and relabel that one, or I will inactivate the operating unit totally, and I will whatever chart field 1, chart field 2, chart field 3, whatever the delivered open chart fields are there, I will relabel them and I will use it. It is up to me, depending upon my operational structure, I will be using that one. Okay. So that is how you need to make use of the existing chart fields. Okay. This is the chart field navigation for the operating unit, and we will go to the another chart field. It is also similarly, but I want to show this one also, account code. Okay, this is also same. Find an existing value and add a new value. Okay, we will go with one of the value petty cash. Okay. Okay, here the first thing is numeric. I think in your previous software, whatever you've seen in SAP also, the things, certain configurations you will be numeric because it will be unique in nature. If it is a text, yeah, you can create with the petty cache continuous, and with space itself, by keeping one space, you can create one more. By giving two spaces, you can create one more. So that cannot give us the clear direction. So that is the reason we will choose numeric as the best selection to create any configuration. So we will be creating all these account codes and departments and operating units as alphanumeric like that. We will be choosing numeric is always there for us to help in identifying the duplicate, to avoid the duplicate. And here you can use the textual representation. Same, it is also having the effective date, description, short description, active or inactive, long and attribute. These 5 are common here also. Okay, these 6 are. And coming to this other thing, as you are already accounting background student, I would like to tell you 2 more points. Here it is a control account. Okay, control account means you know, right? If any account is related to a subledger, that should not be a directly part of your journal entry. It should come from your legacy, or it should come as a part of your subledger. So in that case, any account related to the subledger, we will make it as a control account. For example, debtors account, sundry debtors, sundry creditors. You need to make it as a control account. When you make like that, the accountant will not have the right to create a direct journal entry in GL module for those kind of sundry debtors and sundry creditors. Okay, so this feature will help us to do that one. So this is one of the important things for accounting thing. So this is the place where you will create all accounts, entire accounts, AP related accounts, AR related accounts. Complete your chart of accounts related account list will be here only. Okay, and this is the one which will decide whether it is a asset account or expense or liability account, expense account or revenue account, or it is a equity account. Peoplesoft has given these 5 as a delivered. Normally we will use these 5 in your income and expenditure P&L and in balance sheet, right? So these are all the 5 different identification account types which are delivered. So while creating, you need to provide this as a mandatory value. Any asset related accounts in your balance sheet will be treated as a and any liability side related accounts will be like your accounts payable. It is a liability that will be definitely with L. If you want, we will see one of the existing. Or else we will see like this. That is the reason it will come in the sub criteria also. It will help us to see the accounts that are delivered. So this is due to this business unit, So like this, these are all the liability accounts. So we will be creating the accounts separately in the list of asset related. See, this is a control account, I said, right? Control account flag is white. So automatically when you check this, it will come as a white. If you see accounts receivable also, it should be white. Accounts receivable also a subledger account only. So we will see accounts receivable is it is an asset, right? Sundry creditors is an asset for us. We see what is there. Oh, we don't have anything. See, the receivable, accounts receivable account, it is an asset for us. Okay, accounts receivable, this is the main control account. Under this same series, so you know the chart of account creation, right? In the accountant, you might be getting the knowledge how to create the chart of accounts. If it is an accounts receivable, if you identify this as a series 1200, under this 1200, you will link up all the account receivables related accounts. So this is my first account. So this is my draft related account receivables, and this is a discounted draft receivables and discounted draft liability and accounts receivable intra-unit. So they choose this as a ideal series for inputting for capturing the receivable transactions, and they have chosen this 10006 everything as a control account for bank related. So you will be finding. So you know the choosing of the series and all on our reporting structure, right? So same thing we will follow. We will load in the same manner, but this is the page how you load it. Okay. So this is the page. You will mention it as an asset account and you will mention it as a control account if it is subledger. If not, you will put it as a open. Okay.
So, Mr. Prasad,
this is a mandatory configuration.
What is this SetID?
I will tell you that. That is that I will tell you after completing this all chart sheet. Yeah, I will tell you that. Okay. Yeah, I will tell you. And after that, we will go to the another chart field value for department also. Okay. So this is also same way what you have done, but the change, because if the fields are more, it won't be good if it is horizontal. So they kept it as a vertical, and you will see other than some common values, you have seen this manager ID and company. Manager, if any manager is dedicatedly assigned for the department, you will be doing it, but 99% in real time you will not map this. The reason is the managers will be keep on changing, their roles will keep on changing, so definitely you cannot dedicate a department to the manager in your real time system. So you need to, your maintenance will be more and you need to keep on changing all those things. It will be hectic for operations. Okay, so what option is there? If a client is interested and well versed to maintain all these things, yes, you can do that. Okay, that option is there. Okay, and And there is one more Chartfield value also I would like to talk on that one as well before proceeding to another one. So that is something called alternate account. So if you want to further bifurcate your accounting, for example, you have, if your organizations do not only local reporting, statutory reporting, something is there, if they want to capture these things or route it to different other accounts, they can always do it from the alternate account. They can configure this and link it direct to the account. So from the account, it is all vice versa. From the account level also you can do it. You will create the account petty cash, and if you want to map any alternate accounts related to it, you can do that. Okay, so like this you can add it, and if you say any alternate account related to another SetID is there, you can do it. Okay, and now so this is a Chartfield. All Chartfields will look like the same way. With the one or two necessary things will be changing, but this is the navigation. This is straightforward addition only. Okay, this is complete with your operational. And coming to Peoplesoft knowledge, what is the difference is, this is the SetID is the difference as it exactly right wrote. Okay, so SetID, this SetID is the actual advantage of Peoplesoft comparing to the other ERPs. Okay, this is with the help of SetID, you will share the configurations of Peoplesoft to multiple transactional business units. Normally, where you will do your capture your transactions in each and every module, there should be a business unit. Without that, you cannot capture your transaction. Either it is your main ledger of a general ledger module, or it is a subledger of accounts payable, or it is any module related to supply chain. Any module should have a transaction 100% definite. In the transaction, you will create a transaction only with the help of the business unit. Okay, that business unit is a transaction capturing unit. This SetID is a configuration capturing one. If I have one department, I have a list of departments, and I would like to share these departments to multiple business units. I want to share this to, and there are 100 business units for my company in my general ledger module. Okay, in that case, I cannot create 100 times my department. This business unit, this many departments, this many. I don't want to do that, but because my organization says I want 100 departments distributed to all my business units. If that is the case, then I will create my department under SetID, and I will share my SetID to the business unit. For that purpose, this SetID concept came into the picture, and that is the reason I have created my configuration under the share SetID, and I will show you the place where you can share your SetID configurations to the business unit. Now you understood what is this share SetID?
Yeah.
Yeah. And share is just a word we have utilized. It is not the. You can do anything. Okay. It is just a word. See, it is editable. You can say XYZ also. Okay. You can say anything. Okay. Basically, the thing is, SetID will help you to share your configurations to multiple business units, and I will show you where you can do that. Okay. For example, this is the navigation. If you want, you can take down as well. People tools, utilities, administration, table set control. This is the navigation in Peoplesoft where you are going to control the SetID versus business unit configuration. Okay. So, for example, my business unit is US 001. Okay. See, my business unit is US 001. I want to default to the SetID as a share. Okay. So automatically there are 368 record functions are there. All these are defaulted with the value called share SetID, because we assume that share is the appropriate SetID identification value. We created that as a share as delivered by Peoplesoft and Oracle as well. They are following the same thing. So here I feel there are some configurations. For example, there are some scenarios. If I have 100 tax clerks in my company, 90 are common across all business units, and out of that 10, 5 should be applicable to the countries relating in the East zone, and the other 5 should be applied to the states relating in the west zone. Okay. So in that case, I will create those 90 tax configurations in one SetID, and these two in 2 other SetIDs. Okay. Then whenever I open the East related state transaction unit, I will default to the common SetID, and I will go to the tax law configuration here. I will search my tax law. For example, I will go to here. See here, tax clauses. Tax clauses are there, right? I wanted to take the tax clauses. By default, it will come. I know which is the state which is having the different, because I created 3 different SetIDs level, right? If it is the East related, I will map the East SetID here, the different one. That means share, if you assume share is the for common one, and the other one is EAST01, then I will create EAST01 to these 2. If it is a West related state, WST01, I can do and map it, so that whenever I go to that business unit to do my transaction, my tax loss will be picked up from my configurations of the particular state. Okay, so that is how you need to utilize this table set control, and you will map the business unit level transactions with your SetID level configuration. This is the Peoplesoft advantage. You do not have this in other ERP.
Okay, Prasad, I have a small question. Yeah. I mean, so we are right now, sort of doing configuration, right? We are in the, we're a startup space. Do you have some sort of, I would say, a sheet or set of procedures that you can provide me, like a whole sheet that, okay, let's start. We'll start with setting up first the chart of fields. So for chart of fields, you need to go to this point. For example, main menu to people, tools, to utilities, to administration. That's where you find this thing. And for example, we set up a business as Prasad Associates, right? So for Prasad Associates, we're going to have 5 different, like a project sort of thing. You understand my point?
Yeah, I can understand. You are expecting some assignment case study kind of thing. Okay. So actually, we are actually going with some curriculum kind of thing. Okay, like this. Okay. So this is my course curriculum that we are going to cover.
For example,
okay.
So my point is to set up chart of fields. These steps you need to do. Those will be the general steps. If I go to some other project, it might be changed, something, but those standard would remain the same, and you provide us so that sort of standard procedure that for chart of fields, this is what's going to happen. This is what we need to set up for this project. For example, we're setting up. Okay.
Yeah. That is how actually we are proceeding further. This is all generic things only I have kept actually. Whatever model of implementation, whatever model of industry, whatever model of company it is in that industry. So we need to go in this procedure only. First we need to see the chart of accounts of the company, and this is the place where you are going to configure the chart of accounts. So that is how we actually started. We came here to the chart field, right? So this is the place where you are going to be. You will be deciding the chart of accounts in the configuration page. You will decide these are all the active chart of accounts, and then after you are activating, it will come here in this page. So that is how actually we went in the process only. I want you to take down the process. Actually, I did not listed as of now what is the step-by-step process. The project during the schedule I did not list it. That will become very hectic to start actually. So if you say that, then we need to write step 1, step 2, step 3. No, that is not possible. Okay, but we are covering in the same way. You need to take a note of it where we are going to do this. Chart of account is the base point. That is the reason we kept it here after the introduction. And for the chart of account, you require the chart field. So how to work with chart field? This is the navigation. Come to the configuration. Work with these two pages, and then after running that process, you need to come here to the chart field page, and you need to key in the information for the active chart field. How you key in? I showed you the 4 major things. It will be the same for it. Out of that, you need to remember account. when you are creating the account, this is how you need to create. Control account is the optional feature, whereas asset or liability or equity is the mandatory one, which we need to take down. So this is after doing these 5 Chartfields setup, you can start doing your Chartfields is over. Apart from that, there are mandatory setups that we need to do, ledger, all these things. These are all the major things. If you have these things, you can do your transaction. That is the reason I have listed. I did not listed the navigation and all. I will take, okay, ledger templates you need to configure, or Chartfields you need to configure. I will come here and show you. Okay? So if you want the navigation of it, then you need to practice. Okay? Or else there is one more thing is there. If you become a functional consultant, in your implementation project, there will be a guide given by the Oracle for any country, any company which purchases the system. Okay? In that, you will have, in that CD, they will give you the Excel sheet which contains all the setup. Okay? In that, you will have the setup name, navigation, everything will be there.
I
if you are
think
a functional consultant and doing for an implementation project.
I understand that. I think I'm not explaining it the way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to send you an email with the way I think. I mean, it would be easier to understand. I'm understanding what you're saying and what you're doing, but for my later practice, for example, you taught me today to do chart of fields, right? And you do the configuration, right? So tomorrow, and to understand, when I'm seeing you, it's harder for me to write down that you went there, you did this, right? So tomorrow, if I'm practicing in the morning or after my work, it would be harder for me to remember. So what my SAP consultant used to do is he already had that paperwork ready. Once he's done with the class, he sends us this paperwork. In that way, it was easier for us to know, okay, this is what he taught us today. Oh, right. And then we go over that, what he taught us, and we saw, you're going to provide us a video. So we see that, okay, this is what he is doing, and we replicate that same thing in our company. You made Prasad Associates, I make Shiraz Associates as a whole company. And the whole project was implemented right in the class. In that way, I know what I'm doing.
You will get the recording of it actually.
Well, yeah,
you can actually request recording from Srinivas. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, you have a recording of this session. You can take this recording from Srinivas.
That's fine.
Okay. Okay, where are we? Yeah. Chartfield, right. So this is the account-related chart field, and where are we? Yeah, I just lost one. Yeah, we are at SetID, correct? We came to chart fields again. Okay. So this is the table set control is the place which you will actually map your SetID to your business unit. This is the one which you got it, right? So this is what yesterday we have covered. These are all the configurations, and we did not went to the configurations of the general ledger module detail. Okay. So tomorrow we will be covering all these configurations as well. After that, with these configurations, I will show you how the business process of the GL module will work like, and what are all the different transactions that GL module will allow you to do it. And there is one more shortcut is there. I would like to tell you. Okay. What are all the mandatory configurations in any transaction? You can know in another way also in Peoplesoft. Okay. Okay. For example, I want to create one transaction in the general ledger module. This is my navigation. Okay. I know my navigation, so I came here. Now my task is to create a transaction. So, and I don't know, I want to know what are all the configurations required for this transaction. Okay. So when I came here, from here itself I will understand what are all the configurations required. If you forget something, I am telling you how to recall your memory. Okay. So this is how we need to take down and understand, because whatever we cannot remember, even now we cannot remember what we studied in our last year of engineering. That is accepted. So this is how we need to do it. So whatever is there in the lookup button, that is a prerequisite for any transaction. That means this is already defined somewhere and you are using that one. Out of these three fields, so this is the first page. In this page I have three fields I need to operate with. In that, this is the field where I can do some change and there is no lookup. So you don't have to do anything about this one. And this is the date. From calendar itself directly it is coming. You don't have to do anything. If you want, you have an option to change. So this is not a configuration element at all. So out of these three, this is the configuration. So my understanding is that, so before doing a transaction, okay, business unit is the value which I have to configure. So this is how we need to remember. So even if you forgot, even if we lose some understanding, this is the way that we can recall actually. Normally, many people will do like this. Okay. So this is the first configure and I click add here. Okay. This is one of the tips I am telling you. So after clicking add, out of this, okay, this is the page. In this, what is my prerequisite? Long description is my prerequisite? No, because it is just a box where you can do what kind of typing you want. And whereas this is a lookup button. Here I want to say X, Y, Z. Okay. It says it is not a value existing. So that means before coming to this page itself, somebody has created this as a ledger group. So ledger group is the configuration that is required for my transaction. So this funda we need to apply in Peoplesoft. So this fundamental is applicable in all the modules, all the pages, whatever you see, either in HRMS or in Campus or in Finance. So in case if you are remembering something, then from here itself we can understand. This is one of the another shortcut, so that we can actually keep it in the memory. Okay. So this is how you can remember your configurations, and you can understand. For example, now you are not a functional consultant. You are working with some Peoplesoft instance as a operational person. Let us understand that one first. Like if you assume that you are an operational person and you want to turn as a functional consultant, you want to know what are all the configurations in, then you need to see what are all the pages you are accessing. From there itself you can understand what are all the configurations like this. Wherever is lookup, you can list down, this is my configuration. Okay. So this is how you can actually take the configuration list. And as I told you, if you are doing a fresh implementation, you will get the list from the Oracle. Okay. So that is there for everyone. Okay. And
okay, thank you.
In People Tools also, if it is the latest version, in People Tools, even technical people also can give you the dump of setup. Okay. There will be a Excel dump. The technical people will help you to give the dump. If it is the latest version, that is 9.2 should be your application version, and People Tools should be 8.52 and later. Now it is 8.54 is running. Any tools above 8.52 and Peoplesoft version is 9.1 and above. 8.52, 9.1 and above. They can directly help you to, without Oracle also, they can take the dump and they can give you the setup list. Okay, each and every module wise they can give you. Okay, that is, you don't have to worry on that one. Okay, that is not a problem.
Okay.
Okay. So this is what we discussed with the other student yesterday, and tomorrow we will continue with the rest of the configuration, and we will complete this entire course, which will help us to understand the GL module. Okay. Okay, Shirin. Yeah, this is.
Okay, thank you.